Hey guys, let me do a couple of invites, and if you would, just let me know that you have sight and sound. If you're watching and all that kind of good stuff, we're going to continue the conversation in the kitchen because I need some juice, and I'm still trying to figure out all of this stuff. And I really need some juice because I had a chili dog last night. Oh my God. I was downtown and traffic was insane after the soccer game, so I had to kind of pull over. And when I pulled over, guess where I pulled over at? The Varsity. Yeah, as soon as I cracked my window, I was like, oh, I should not have done that. So you're probably gonna see some remnants of the Varsity around because, okay, it is what it is. But we made this juice the other day, and I had some napkins. I don't want to use my other napkins. I'm going to put a couple napkins here because I know this is going to make a mess. We cleaned our juicer the other day. We got it back. So what we want to do now is always turn it on before you put any juice in it, because you want to make sure you don't feel any air. If you feel air, then you've got some leakage or something somewhere, and you don't want to experience that leakage when you put your vegetables in it. So let me see if I can get you guys a little bit on the cup there. So, and I'll try and bring that over a little bit more to where we are. How about that? Is that better? Is that better? Okay. All right. So what we have here, and then I need to get you a little bit on what I'm going to cut there. So let's go right about there. Okay. That way you don't need to see what's going on. You need to see what's coming out. And I'm basically, look, I need one more ingredient. And that was my ginger. And I bought some watermelon, but, well, you know what, I'll go ahead. How about that? We'll go ahead and add this watermelon because I don't know how long I can keep it. But I wanted this for my smoothie, but I'm not doing smoothies this week, so, and when you buy your produce, you don't want to keep it more than a day or so. And I don't know why I would even say that, but I do need to get that in. So now we got 5 ingredients because we're going to add some ginger to that. And I'm going to just cut off a good chunk of this ginger. And I actually could have used more ginger than I had the last time. So I'm gonna get a good chunk of ginger on this one. Because I think I'm the only one drinking it this time. So I can go a little bit stronger on the ginger. So I'm going to do that. And it always smells so good. You know what? I need to see if Zakia has a ginger, I need to see if Zakia has a ginger soap. Because it just smells so good. It's such a perk me up. Okay, so 4 ingredients. And remember, I said if you're going to try juicing, don't keep changing up every day. Try to stick to it. Even though I'm going to add one more ingredient to this, I know this is what I call a safe ingredient, meaning I know I don't have any reaction to it. So we started out, first we just did the grapefruit and the carrot. Then we threw in the pear. Then we know ginger is a safe one as well. Carrots is safe. Know what your safe things are, because when people start juicing, they kind of get carried away. They want to go with the full entire rainbow, and you don't know what your reaction to that stuff is going to be. And if you have a reaction, you want to be able to dial it back to see what it was. And so, and then go with the same juice for a couple of days, again, to see what your reaction is, because especially if it's items that are going to detox you. Detoxing means bring something up out the body, and you don't want something coming up out your body, and sometimes it'll come in the form of a little bit of acne or, you know, ringworm. People who have juiced have experienced some serious things. In fact, my cousin, she tried the juice the other day. Remember, she was here? She said, yeah, that juice worked like right away. So be careful. Now, I told her, I said, if you drink it, it's gonna work. You're gonna get a flat belly. Ain't but one way to get a flat belly. You ain't going to get liposuction. Ain't but one way it's coming out. So be prepared. All right. Hello, everybody coming in. If you missed my last video, that was just my breakfast with Dry Buds. We talked a little bit about events that are going on. We talked a little bit about the Emmys and the apartheid of the Emmys and all that kind of stuff. Here's a cup that I want to fill, and I'm probably going to end up doing two of these, like I said, because I shared my last batch. I'm going to go ahead and add watermelon because I have that and I need to use it. But well, I know I really want to put this in a smoothie because remember, if we do it in the smoothie, what goes in the cup stays in the cup. So I may not put this in the juicer because the juicer is only going to waste it, and that's a lot of good watermelon. So I'm not going to put that in there. Carrots, yes, I have an abundance of carrots here because it takes a lot. When you're going with the juicer, remember your juicer is only going to give you the extract, the liquid extract of whatever you put into your juices. Not like the smoothie where what goes in the cup stays in the cup. So I'm going to end up with a lot of waste out of this because it's going to extract just the juice, which is why, whereas if I was making a smoothie, and I would never do carrots in the smoothie, I would do carrot juice because I don't want the pulp of a carrot in my juice. So if I was doing a smoothie, I'd probably do two, but now that I'm doing a juice, I'm going to use all of this and probably still need more because we want to end up with 30 ounces. I want to end up with a full pitcher of juice. And this is basically what I have left from the first juice. So I'm going to use all my carrots, 2 grapefruit, 2 pear, and some ginger. And I think because I'm not doing smoothie, I'm going to see how much juice I have left. I really want to get this watermelon in, and I'm a person, I can't sit and eat this, so I may just go ahead and throw it in. I'm going to peel. Some people will just cut this in half and go with the rind on their watermelon because they want to. I don't. So I'm going to just try to trim my grapefruit here just a little bit and talk to you guys while I do it. Next time, use the watermelon rind too. Exactly. I bought that because it was probably on sale, but I would get the full watermelon slices and go with the rind on that. Definitely. And the good thing about it, I mean, because it's going in a juicer, you want to get that. But if you're going to do the watermelon and the rind, you want to make sure you do have something to kind of offset that. Because believe it or not, by itself, not by itself, but it's just kind of a bland thing. Even though it's full of liquid, it's full of juice. It's kind of bland, and it does kind of blend out the juice, just kind of almost like tomatoes. You know, you have to put something in there with the tomatoes. I don't have to worry about, this is going in the juice, so I don't have to worry about trimming that too perfect, since it's not going in the smoothie. If I was putting that in my smoothie, which I have, I would definitely trim that a little bit more. But because this is going in the juicer, and I'm only going to end up with a liquid extract of anything that goes in, I don't have to worry about it being too perfect on that. I know I don't want, and that's a disappointment on your grapefruits. You know, they do have a lot of peel, and by the time you get down to the good essence of the grapefruit, it is, you find that you have lost. I had a bag for my waste here. I don't know what I did with it. Is this my bag? No, that's not my bag. Okay, and then my pear, I can actually drop these in whole because they're kind of small. Just some little small pears. And this is a different, I bought these at the grocery store. These are not purchased at the farmer's table. So, and that's it. That's literally all of the prep. Going in the juicer, I don't have to do a lot of prep because most of it can go in whole. We're going to go strong because we're going with carrots first. A really good 5 ounces off my carrots and my pears. And now we're up to a good 10 ounces, and I'm probably only going to get half because I don't have enough juice on here. But you can see how much juice pours out of that grapefruit. So now we got a good 20 ounces. Another 5 ounces off of that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put my ginger in. We got a good bit of juice even off that ginger. And it smells so good. So I'm going to go ahead and put the watermelon in because I want to get another 5 ounces of juice because I want 30 ounces. Right at about 25 with the foam. And it smells so good, guys. Oh my God. not a smoothie, I'll drink it faster. So thank goodness I do have two. So basically what I want to do now is just stir this up. I'm going to give it a nice stir. And as you can see, you can still see the different colors of the layers of things that I put in there. Go ahead and give that a good stir. I love the foam on top. Now remember, this is no pulp. There's no pulp in this. So when you use your juice, you're only going to get the liquid extract. So if you feel funny about not having the pulp, I mean, hell, if you wanted to, I could then, and that's what I probably could have done. We're learning as we go. Separate out as I run this, then I could take that grapefruit pulp and put that grapefruit pulp back in the juice, or the carrot pulp, or any of those pulps. But that would have been awesome if I took that grapefruit pulp and put it back in. Oh my God, I almost want to do that. When did I do the grapefruit? Did I do the grapefruit last? No, I did the watermelon last. So I could take the watermelon pulp and put that in there and put it in the juice. But because we went only with the juice extract, we get us a nice clean juice. And we got 32 ounces of what we want with that. And there we go. So now we got a good 2 of these. One I'm going to down like right now, and I definitely want all that foam, good old foam off of there. And as you can see how fast it is to do. You can do this just like you would make some coffee. I'm going to get some foam on top of that one, and I'm going to get some foam on top of this one. And we're going to give it a taste. It is the best ever. Oh my God. And I got the right amount of ginger in there with it. Because the other one, my ginger was a little weak. And then all I have to do now is just give all this a rinse. 4 pieces to give a rinse. So I got my tops here. I'm going to put my tops on there. I'm going to put them in there and let that chill. I'm going to let this chill while my daughter's lurking. I got to hide the juice, y'all. So there we go. And these will sit with me at the computer while I work. I'll have one at the computer, and I'll take one out me as I'm running errands for the day. And I'm going to get this down, and I'm going to feel so good. And this is detox. This is a detox juice. Remember, we looked in our book, and we read what we haven't read. We haven't checked on watermelon. In the front of this book, which you can get for $2.99 at Ollie's, in the front of the book, it tells you, like, if you have an ailment, like, say, for instance, you have headaches. Let's go look and see for headaches. I know I have those little low-grade headaches, right? If you have has an ailment chart. So let's say if you have headaches, like headaches and migraines, Brain Booster, it tells you what juice to make in the book. Brain Booster, Evergreen, Fever Fusion, the Great Gazpacho. And then you can go look at those recipes and see what it has. Now we know that the juice, this particular juice, gives us our beta carotene, calcium, potassium, and magnesium. All of the orange ingredients pretty much had the same effects, right? But now we just added watermelon to that. And so let's go and see what the watermelon, and watermelon is not on here. Believe it or not, I don't see it. It jumps from wheat to yogurt. Wow. Maybe it's listed with something else. Key ingredients. That's interesting. They have everything in here but watermelon. Maybe they felt like watermelon was going to be, people were going to be offended. Because you know we're in that hashtag petty phase. They do not have, I swear to you, there's no watermelon on the list. None whatsoever. Wow. See, that's what I mean by being too politically correct, right? You don't put watermelon in the book. And watermelon is one thing that's really out here helping us. Look, where can I get the book? I got the book at Ollie's for $2.99. I wonder, would that pulp blend in the Vitamix? In the Vitamix? It does. It does. I mean, the Vitamix, depending on what liquid you put into it, it'll all break down. So I'm just lazy about not changing it out as I change ingredients, because like those carrots, the carrot pulp, I really want to do something with that, but a lot of times when I'm making a video on it or I'm making the juice, I forget that I want to extract that from there. And all you have to do is basically change out your waste container. Like I have a bag, and I'll show you guys here because I'm going to go ahead and break this down. Let me get it out the way here so I can have room to break it down. Because basically what happens, it all goes like you get caught it. You get a little bit a mess like that, right? And as you can see, there's some carrot, some watermelon, and some grapefruit. So if I wanted to, if I had broken this down, I could have basically taken some of that grapefruit pulp and put it back in. Or, you know, there's recipe books out there about what to even do with this, because it is a lot. Believe it or not, it is a lot to it, and I'll show you. So it's pretty much that much. This is what's left in the bag. This is a bag full of pulp, and there's different things that you could and should do with it. And it's fresh fruit. I mean, it's literally like, you could take that carrot and you can make carrot coleslaw. And it still even has some liquid to it. I can squeeze out a little bit of liquid. So you just have to decide what you want to do with your pulp. You don't have to discard it. You definitely don't have to discard it. You can do other things with it. And a lot of the recipe books tell you to take it, make little balls out of it, put a little cinnamon on it, and put it in the oven, turn it into a nice little chip. If you're doing green vegetables, that's where the kale chips come from. Those kale chips that you're buying, that stuff has been purposed to something else. The ginger is still in there. You know, it's everything I just did. And I mean, it's literally, it's not soapy wet. See? You know, you can take that, make a nice coleslaw. All kind of stuff with it. But you just end up here with 4 pieces. They just snaps apart. I don't want to waste that juice. Snaps apart. And you're just going to wash these. You have a little brush. You're going to get it, take it, brush it off, wipe it down, and you're good to go. I'm going to put this in here and go ahead and get rid of that. So, coming soon, we will, once I find, some people purchase like a dehydrator and put it on a tray in a dehydrator. But you can put it says you can put it in your oven on low, on the top rack, bottom rack, and do all kind of stuff with it. And I still got carrots splashed all around when I was fooling with that. So we're going to go ahead and get this cleaned up. But that's it. That's it. And you get, you know, out of the average juice, you get a good 32 ounces. And I could keep it going. I could make several batches of these and put it in the fridge. What you don't want to do is keep it too long. You make it, you want to use it that day. You want to use it that day. We've frozen it. We've let it get to a smoothie consistency. Even if you were going to take it, like say for pulp, you want to do a smoothie, but you don't want to have pulp in it. I could take this and now use this as a base of liquid in my smoothies if I wanted to then take this to another level of adding more things. I have that juice, a great demo. Thank you. Thank you. So, and basically it just takes a good rinsing, and you're just going to take the brush to your blade, toss it all over here in the sink and go at it. And here's a brush. Just going to brush it down. Your blade, because, and I'll show you on your blade, all the juices are going to come, no matter what juice you're getting, it's going to come with something like this. This is what goes on the inside. Your vegetables, your items are grated right here, and then they're pressed through this while it's spinning, and then all the liquid goes out the side and then comes out into the cup. It doesn't go under it. So it scrapes it there. There's a blade right there. The more you use it, the sharper it is. And then all the juice is pressed out the side. They spin around and goes into the cup. The waste goes into the back of the juicer. And then most people just put a bag in there, and then you have it all right here. And again, that is a lot of waste if you're going to waste it. But if you're going to do something with it, make chips, make slaw, any of those kind of things. Again, there are tons of recipe books out there about what to do with it. Be careful, those blades are sharp. Yes, they are sharp. So just but cleanup is just a rinse and a wash. And just experimenting. I'm doing a detox, like I said. If you're going to try it at home, making your own at home, just be careful. Don't overdo it. Don't overwhelm yourself, because a lot of times you get overwhelmed, especially if you're going recipe based, because you get excited, you see all of this, all these different recipes, and you go out and you start buying all of this stuff, and then you can't find the time to really do it, and then you start wasting fruits and dollars. So Take your time, go slow, make sure you find what you like, make sure you find the things you don't have a